incredible people? Just Incredible here with another incredible unboxing slash review. So we're going to be taking a look at Masters of the Universe 40th Anniversary He-Man. Now you can pick this up at Target. Price on this $21. Take a little sip. So before we get started, does anyone want to get off? It's Captain America. So I like the packaging. You might see it online, but what I really am happy about is when you look at the promo shots, and we'll get this out the package in a minute. He looks like the He-Man Barbarian looked, where he's got like different, like, I want to say it's supposed to be like a tan, but he looks like he just got, it looks like he lost color. It looks like somebody tried to give this a wash and then it was done. So he just got like a little dirt in between like the different lines and crevices. So it looks like somebody tried to do that just to make the muscles pop more, but, and then the same thing for his hair. So the promotion images for the 40th anniversary He-Man looked like that, and I was worried because the face sculpt looked like the original. And mind you, I don't collect the original line. Like, I only got into it when Revelations came out, but forget all that. I want to do a review over this, and I wasn't gonna, but you know what, I figured to heck with it because I just keep getting figures. I'm gonna do one over Princess Adora and Hordak. That's that robot off of Batman. But let's take out the scissors. Let's pop this guy open. So here's what the back of it looks like. It's got him with Battle Cat and Skeletor down there. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the Battle Axe. I'll probably keep that stowed away in his back. And the only thing that I've been waiting for them to release is Panther for Skeletor bars in the same like sculpt as you see Battle Cat back there. So if you ever own the Masters of the Universe, it's easy to take the box open, to cut it open, and then you got the figure in the plastic, which I see a few of those little things that you gotta cut. So let's cut them open right now, shall we? I'm not really an inbox collector, so it shouldn't be too difficult. And they got it around his shield. Funny thing about this, and what you gotta be mindful of with Target, I sometimes like to find stuff in the wild, but I have noticed they will say that the order is ready or available online for store pickup, but I'll go to the store and not see it on the shelf. So I do believe sometimes when they receive shipments, they scan it in the back, but they haven't like put it out on the shelf, probably because they have nowhere to put it yet with all the old stuff. So always just check everywhere. So got the figure out of the package. Take his Battle Axe out. There's the Battle Axe. And he comes with 2 hands, 1 fist, and 1 open for what I would imagine is for the shield. And the rest you got this. I kind of like this package, so I don't know. I keep saying I don't want to be that inbox because there's nowhere to really put all my inboxes. I'm pretty much out of space. But let's see what I think of the figure. I mean, there's plenty of Masters of the Universe photos and all that jazz online. I'm just talking to y'all tonight just because I feel like it. So, and I got so many figures that I need to open, and it's crazy, so I'm gonna get busy on that. So this is what he looks like out of the package. Look at that tan. He like, I hope it's coming through on the light. I've checked this out in the daylight and everything. Like, it's nighttime here, but I really like the way the tan came out. No homo. It's just that you should look at the promo image. Just go back. Like, I'll probably put it right there, as you see. Like, that's how it looked. And this one does not look like that at all. I want to do a little comparison, but first, he comes with his sword. It's a little bent because of the way it was put in there, but it's a nice shiny like plastic. As you can see, the glimmer. Swing. So let's go ahead and equip his hand with that. All I remember was the power sword. I didn't really watch the show, but everybody knows what he had. I'm sure he did have this axe, I do believe. This looks like something I would like to custom paint. I mean, I only have Gundam markers and a little paint, but I feel like these just gray things, like, I feel like if I take like Gundam markers and go around like the little hilt with brown or something, I'm gonna go back and look at the cartoon stuff, but this just plastic gray. They could have did more. At least the shield has some color to it, but Let's put this in his hand real quick, because there were just a few points I wanted to make about this figure. Oh, look, it goes perfectly in his back. And then we will remove the one hand that came with it. It's just you can cuff it if you want to cuff the battle axe and you want to cuff the sword. But nope, we want to have the shield and sword. Though I've never seen He-Man. Well, I guess I have. I'll take that back. Never mind. Oh, you know what? So the shield handle is a little different. And if we take off this He-Man, let's just go ahead and take the Revelations off. Okay. So the Revelations He-Man, oop, his hand came off. You see it's like two straps, right? So thus you would want you'd want to use this hand for that. But this one comes with like a gripping thing. So I don't really care for the open hand like he's about to backhand somebody. So we'll keep that on the Revelations, but let's take that hand off. See, I was in the process of doing that, but he doesn't really need it. So that's just, as far as I'm concerned, an extra hand, which some people like more accessories. To be honest, dude, I have 2 boxes full of accessories. Like, I mean, I'm not complaining, but I really won't miss it if you just give me the essentials. Give me the essential ones and the rest, you know. Of course, head sculpts, but just little knickknacks. But that's just being picky. Like when it's surplus to requirements, that can be cool, but I won't miss it if it's not. Alright, so now he's holding the shield. So, yo, that looks, like I said, let's straighten out the sword a little bit. That looks really cool. Like, I feel like Mattel's doing it, man. Like, to get me to collect an army and collect He-Man, there you go, 21 bucks. The detail, I mean, you got the articulation. I mean, how many people gonna have him flipping and stuff? Like, he didn't do that. Like, I just want him mightily riding the mighty battle cat. So there's your He-Man. That's what it looks like. That's how his back looks when I put that in it. You can see the detail in his little loincloth. And it's like more black wash on like the fur boots. But I like that chopper sign. I don't know what it is, but I know it's a chopper sign. But the new one just has an H for He-Man, I guess. So let's pull him up and see what the difference is. Yeah, see, on the back of his harness, he doesn't even have like storage, so he pretty much has to hold the sword of power. So let's put them 2 next to one another. And I think what it is the orange in this stands out over the yellow in this one. So here's how they stand next to one another. And I might play around and like pull, you know, no, I'm not gonna do a head swap because. Yeah, this is He-Man. I mean, like, no homo. Look at his chest. He looks like he did like 500 more push-ups than this He-Man. Let's look at the swords of power. See, this is where I can switch it up on the asses. See, I don't have to color because. So the Revelations He-Man, his hilt, it already has the brown on there. So what I'm gonna do is take a look. No, I gotta do it because it's a bit different. See how it curves out more on this one. This one's more like thick and mighty, and I like that for He-Man. So unfortunately this ain't gonna work. It's too damn small. Like this just look, you know, it's bigger, as you can tell. So, but that's what I want to go for. I want like that. I kind of like the darker grays. It's like they missed the mark. See, this doesn't have that sheen to it. It's more matte, and I like that. Even though I know his sword should be like shiny, but something like this would be fun to customize. So. And we already went over the shield. So, let's see how he looks with the mighty battle cat. Actually, before we do that, let's compare him to the Neanderthal He-Man, who also has the axe, but it's like more of a primitive axe. It's got the hex on it and stuff like that. This has like the etched detail and all that if it comes in good. And this one doesn't, but he does have a spear. Look at me! Look at me! Fabulous. But like, okay, neither one of them, I mean, he's making like a face, but, you know, he's got like the, Skeletor? He looks straight 80s. You know what? I'm liking this figure more and more. But here's how he looks next to him. Who's taller? They're both about the same height. This is the same body mold as the other He-Man. They just put a little dirt on him. You know, he should have been huge. He should have been like Brawly, but it came with Orko. I mean, that's not why I bought him. I thought it was like cool. I'll probably do like, yeah, on the next part of the video, I'll do a comparison between King Grayskull and all that stuff. But I really like this figure. This feels like it was worth more than $20. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this was worth more than $20. But I'm not complaining. So let's put him on the Mighty Battle Cat. And I became He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. So that's how I want it. The Revelations Battle Cat with that He-Man. Come on, man. We're going to go into more detail. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not even posting this tonight, so. And then we have Hordak. And I'll go over him in more detail in the video. But I got to tell you, this character, I love, like, I wish Superman had came with this McFarlane. What are you doing? Like, would this not A, cut back on plastic, and B, like, just be so much better? But, you know, hopefully he gets there. I don't know. But Hordak, I'm not gonna lie, this almost made me want to quit the line. Like, I don't think it sucks. It's just like, and I know, I mean, from what I can tell, it looks like it. I didn't grow up watching She-Ra, Princess of Power, or any of it, but I like how they look. This just looks out of place. Like, how I hold him up to the Revelations. He just seems out of place. You know? I don't know. So anyway. And then the other one I'm going to go over is Princess Adora. She-Ra. I love that cake. So, yeah, I just wanted to do an unboxing. And I think it's worth it. I think it's definitely worth it. If you can pick it up and you're a Masters of the Universe fan, pick it up. Yeah. So, without further ado, let's get into the review of these three, shall we? So here he is out of the packaging once again, next to Hordak and She-Ra. Not much I can say about it. Do I recommend it? Yes. When you put this next to like a more expensive one, like the one that Super 7 does for the Masterverse, like, what's it called? Masters of the Universe, I forget, Legends, something like that. Classics, there we go. I didn't really collect this. It's just, like I said in a previous video a long time ago, the only reason why I even started collecting this line is because it was scarcity of everything else last fall. And like, they were just so prominent, and it was just like, I got that Battle Cat, and I was like, you know what? Let's do it. So let's move these aside. It's going to kind of be a three-parter because, I mean, unless y'all want me to do more videos about this, but this is what $20 gets you. Like I said in the opening, it's pretty much the same as the other one, but the chest is bigger. And as a matter of fact, let me grab that He-Man off of Battle Cat. They actually are kind of different. So if you got this one, like, I would probably keep this one if the loincloth and everything was different, because this is really the only He-Man that I watched. I just wasn't into it. It's not a bad show. It just wasn't for me. Ain't talk shit. But like, so you can look at the abs, right? Look at the ab crunch. That's definitely a different set of abs. Like, most definitely. Like, I mean, it's not even that this is colored. Like, and then when you look at the chest right here, in fact, this can come off. It actually comes off pretty easily too, and then goes back on. So I'm not gonna take it all the way off, but like, yeah, no contest. This might as well be Prince Adam. This is Dolph Lundgren. This is Lou Ferrigno. But I think the legs are the same. So let me plug this back up real quick. Boom. Let's take a look at the legs. I'm starting to like love double jointed legs, but let's look at each leg for itself. If there's any difference, not a huge difference. Boots are about the same. One thing I noticed about these boots, should be all right. One thing I noticed about these boots is when I was watching like the promotional footage and then somebody else's like review, I forget if it was Toy Shiz, but this didn't have like that dark brown wash in it, and mine's does. And like I said, like, I was kind of like nervous on how it was going to look, but the moment I got it out of the package, and I don't want to just say, look what $20 gets you, but this is what $20 gets you. Like, She-Ra, I mean, I don't know why she's a deluxe, because they give you pieces that you didn't really want, but this is how I'm rocking her. But I mean, other than her mask and a different cape, that's all the extra things she came with. Okay, so a sword, a shield, and I guess the extra heads, but I guess I don't feel like I wasted money. I'm gonna get on her in a minute, but long story short, yes, this is definitely a major go. This is just a bigger version of the retro, and I hope they do more like that because I got into this Masterverse line. I didn't get into the retro. And now it's time to start downsizing because for the life of me, I'm out of space. Like, I like him I like the way he looks on Battle Cat more. I'm sorry, I just do. I feel like he was made for it, but like, they got the same legs, so I don't get it. Like, and this loincloth is longer, so I mean, but shit, I'd have to sell him for like $2. Nobody wants this He-Man, like, especially like when you got something more superior like this. Okay, so this is definitely a major go. Like, he poses, it's got some heft to it. It feels like it's worth more than $20. Not gonna lie, but yeah, keep it up until. Next, we got She-Ra. All the old school people out there, don't get mad at me. I did not watch any of She-Ra. I tried to go back and I couldn't do it. But I honestly, like a lot of people didn't, I liked the Netflix show. Which brings me to my next point. That sometimes because we grew up with it and we think it sucks, somebody else who has no connection to it, I feel like it's our retro eyes that's making us not like it. Because I grew up with the original Turtles. That is one of the most watchable. Like the first season, definitely watchable. And then like just random ones throughout, but that shit just cannot be watched. I know it was made for kids, but it doesn't hold up well. But so I watched the Netflix version. If it was the same exact story and they looked like this, that would have been awesome. But I kind of like Catra being like a cat person. Not gonna lie, like to me, like Catra's just like how they did Scorpion and Sub-Zero, just She-Ra with red. I don't know. I know it's not that easy. Please don't get mad at me, but let's get into it. I like her sword and shield, so maybe it was that she should have been 30. Okay, you want to do that to me now? She normally stands up without me even trying, but I ain't about to do all that. Her shield, it has like a little jewel in it that's kind of like see-through, so, and I guess, and we know her shield is, you know, formed from the sword, and yeah, tongue twisted, vice versa, but shit, I'm gonna rock them with both, because why not? Here's a little Wonder Woman gauntlets. Once again, McFarlane, please start giving us this because I love like the soft goods. I'm a sucker for soft goods. It just makes it feel more premium sometimes. So this is just like stenciled on. It's not like etched in or anything like that. Boom, boom. Same legs as Tila, if you ever seen that. I called her Wonder Woman because she got these Wonder Woman boots, but they kind of got like those ball joints like McFarlane, but not as bad. But that's kind of cool. Like you see like the little engravings there. Hi! Let's take a look at the sword real quick. Yeah, I got a little scuff in there. I don't know if it was me or it came like that, but I don't really care. To me, this is a toy. I'm not like high and mighty. I'm just like, bro, I'm not going to be like, oh man, look at the paint. Like, no, like, we all know it can determine like based on the box, but you have it on this side and it's good to go. I'm gonna look and see. I'm not customizing this toy. That's just not what I do. I'm not against it. It's just not what I do. So her little jewels match the jewel on her shirt. I'd like to find a good Wonder Woman and have like the female teams. That'd be badass. So we put that back in there like that. I put all the accessories in another box because I wasn't gonna do a review, but I was like, you know what? I have so many things. Like I just got Apocalypse in the mail today. I'm like, I'm just going to go over this stuff as how I like it. You know, I want to be more professional, but let me just talk at y'all for a bit. So this is the face sculpt. I think this works, like, really well. She's not, like, in an angry pose. She's not looking derpy. And for the love of God, like some McFarlane, she's not just looking to the side. Like, that just basically looks like, I think she got Barbie beat. But, like, you know, she can go next to Thor, too. But, nah, we're going to keep her in Eternia and Etheria. All that good stuff. There have been two figures in this line. I mean, this is what she looks like in the back. Her hair does like pose a problem for both. No pun intended, but let me get to one of my only two gripes for this entire line. And this one is, of all the ones, my least favorite. Like, I don't like this at all. Like, this almost made me quit the line. Not because, like, they did anything wrong. It's just, like, I was just like, no. Like, this guy, and then close second, Spike-Ore. And then, yeah, him and Spike-Ore. But Spike-Ore's tolerable. Like, this, I know he's, like, the actual bad guy. And, I hate when people decide to text me when I'm doing stuff. Like, they go all day long without texting you back, and then boom. Anyway, so yeah, soft goods again. I love it. I mean, it's not a bad figure. Don't get me wrong. This is the only thing that sucks out of every accessory in the entire line, and I have the entire line so far. This is just, I don't know if this is how it was retro, but do you have to make everything that was bad come? I mean, like, what is this? Like, I pulled out his little tank arm yesterday. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and stop this real quick. I'm gonna pull that out. Let me pull that out. All right, we are back. So, it's a little blast effect that came with it. Let's see here. Let's take this. Actually, like, I was about to just take his hand off. Like, this is one of the only figures that's made where this actually comes off. There we go again. Binging. Somebody's responding that I guessed what a scary movie they had up. It was Hellraiser. I told them they can't get one by me, but here's his blaster. I mean, I guess, dude, this dude just looks corny as hell. You telling me he was Skeletor's? Man, get the hold on. Hell no. So, plug this into there. And this goofy bastard. I don't even know how he talks. I am Hordak. I kind of like the Hordak on the new show, but this guy, you telling me this goofball was his master? He-Man? Nah, dog. This is Skeletor. Hordak? No. But anyway, I'm just joking, y'all. Don't get mad at me. Yeah. So that's this figure. His arm removes, but this is too cumbersome. Like, and it eventually falls. But he just pulled that off, put that back on there like that. And it's like a trigger finger. Like, it could at least had a handle on there. Like, I'm like, yo, like, I guess he's pulling like an imaginary trigger. So, boom, there's Hordak. There's She-Ra. But I bought some of her accessories out also. So, let's go in real quick. And yeah, Hordak has a fisted hand. I'm sorry, I don't want to rush through it, but like, I mean, is anybody really going to use the fisted hand for Hordak? Like, I don't get, like, some people like complain they want accessories. Me, as long as it's not surplus requirements, and that fist definitely is, I'm good. But like, y'all tell me what you think. Like, so this is She-Ra with this phase, and we take our heads off. Any little kids watching at home, don't worry. No one was harmed during the filming of this. Let me put on her super. I feel like something else goes there. I'm not sure, but hold on. Yeah, I'm messing up. I pulled this out because, like, I didn't. No, actually, I think that's it. Yeah. Tell me down in the chat. Like, I think that is all. Yeah, that's it. That's how she looks. We get rid of that. And she got like the little thing that Catcher got. But that look makes me think of that, like, that bounty hunter, that police officer on Thundercats. What's her name? She drove like a little sky cycle. Adora? No, I'm tripping. Like, damn, I can't remember her name. But if you look her up, that's what she looks like to me wearing that mask. And it just, yeah. And I hear this is like new for this, but it don't do it for me. I wanted it. Nah. This is so perfect. It's like perfect. I wish I could say $20, but $30. Hashtag no regrets. So y'all stay tuned for some comparisons. As long as drunk ass She-Ra stays up. And here he is next to King Grayskull and Orko. I actually like that pair. That sort of matches. But even though they're from different cartoons, I like that. Especially when he's got the axe. He's holding the two halves of the power sword. So if I like took the power sword out from back of He-Man, he has the power. There he is next to King Grayskull. Here he is next to his TV show version of Teela and Orko. And let me pull out the little vehicle I had him in. Here he is, Man at Arms. That's the paddle. My man Duncan. I used to think he looked ridiculous as a kid, but I know he's badass now. But here's your little original crew with that He-Man in there. If you want to replace that Teela with the inferior Teela that nobody likes, which I kind of like the look. There you go. And then I have all the Masterverses, and I'm not going to do comparison next to other properties. We all know what He-Man really looks like, but this sculpt, here he is next to what my childhood love was, is Thundercats. I wish Mattel would do Thundercats. I hear about comparison, so I don't think, it could be in scale. I'm not sure how tall Lionel is supposed to be next to He-Man. I would imagine He-Man should be taller, you know, because he's like a barbarian and all. And let's just take a look at the Super 7. Now, this is going to be more expensive, and other than that terrible Tigra and a little bit of Chitara, that face sculpt, like the paint apps is where it's at. Look at the detail in the Sword of Omens. Like, so this is not your review, Lionel, I'm sorry, but this is what, from that badass, that was one of the most badass openings and battle cries I've ever heard in my 39 years of living. And I mean, I have the power, it's still cool, but nah. Stay tuned for another comparison. And here we are. This is She-Ra with the twins. That's how they look side by side. Charlie's Angels. That's how they look side by side. Thematically, this kind of looks like it goes more. Here's how she would look with King Grayskull. Okay. Here she is next to Revelations He-Man, which, I mean, I don't hate, but after getting this new figure, it's like, man. And once again, from her own property, I'm waiting on my capture, but here she is next to Hordak. I mean, do you see what I mean? Like, this just seems more toyetic, and I could be tripping, you know. This just seems of a higher quality than this, but this is still a good figure other than this crossbow. Like, you know, like, I don't think there's much they could have did with him. Not really, so I can't really hate on it. Got the detail in there. I might take a Gundam mark and fill it in, but this is her next to her own property, so y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me scoot Mandy out back out here. Y'all stay tuned. And that was my little quick take on especially He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. One thing that I forgot to mention, because I guess I don't really do Masters first reviews. I just like to collect them because they're so inexpensive. But his wrist is built for presenting the sword. So it has like a tilt right there to where, like, when he's saying, if only his head had more of an upward tilt, you know, like it's just on a ball joint, I feel like, but I have the power. This He-Man did not have that on his sword grabbing hand. So if you see, it just goes like that. So he doesn't have like that that type of tilt to where he can present the sword of power. But all in all, I'm kind of envious for those who really love He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. I like it, but, you know, not a huge fan. The toys, actually, you know what's funny? I became a fan the same way everyone did in the 80s. Started with the toys. So I say this line is a major go. Add this He-Man to your collection. I'm going to go do some sit-ups because I'm trying to get that six-pack right there. If you liked this review, and or if you want me to do more of the Masterverse, I mean, I just want to review my figures and talk to you. But if you happen to like this, please leave a like down subscribe, hit that bell notification. But if you didn't like it, hit that subscription button, like notification, and comment down below. Hoo-yah.